That's good again. Superb. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome everybody to Chinwag number 72.
Yeah.
This is going to be this is our weekly chat with me, Zaheer, and this is Beck.
Yeah.
This started off weird, and that's going to carry on. And in today's chat, we are going to be talking about like a mini haul. We'll do like a mini haul. That's it. I'm getting my words together.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of sourcing
at the start of the week.
Yeah.
And we did actually vlog it.
Yeah.
But the footage wasn't great. It didn't come out great. So we didn't
we're not
upload
going to use it. Yeah.
So we chose not to upload it. So we're going to show it today.
A mini haul. We didn't need to do it, but we just fancied it. And like kind of tying in with that, we are also going to talk about like sourcing stock business to business, and we'll go in and say a few hellos.
Yes.
All right, we have got BCP Ray Cunningham. Will you take less, Peter Ray? Thank you everybody for joining. Adam Kelsey has popped into as well. Richard Hale. Ryan is in, which is fantastic.
I don't know if you said happy chap.
Happy chap. No, I didn't say happy chap. Hi there, happy chap. Says bit of a flat week, but low listings, need more stock. Yeah, I can. We've been there where if you don't have enough listed and or you don't have that much stock, then
Yeah.
it kind of works against you, doesn't it? How much would people pay for a PS2 fat console with leads but no controllers? Not a lot, maybe a tenner. I don't know. That's what I'd pay max. Controllers.
But is that what you would pay for it, or is that
I don't know
you
if
would
I'd
try
pay.
and sell it?
No, I wouldn't even. No. That's the most I'd pay. I wouldn't even want to pay a tenner, to be honest, without controllers. I mean, you can get good money on Amazon for them and stuff, and you can sell them on eBay for about 40 quid, something like that, 30, 35 quid most likely. But yeah, no, I wouldn't pay. Actually, I wouldn't pay a tenner. Would be like on a bad day if I was really desperate for stock. And then like it just came out and I was just desperate to buy something and I freaked out and bought it. I ideally pay no more than a £5 actually. What? Well, I was just thinking about it.
If I was really desperate, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it and it's not.
You're not selling this.
No, I wouldn't pay more than a £5. There you go.
So it started off at £10, but now it's a £5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Karin has joined us as well. Hi, Karin. Sib K, Stephen Bennett, Andy Robinson, Claire and Leah, Southwest Sellers. Millie has joined us. Shop Windows as well. Nick has popped in as well. And Nick says, yeah, used to have piles of dead ones when we had the shop. Yeah, Nick's never been a fan of the original, like the fat PS2. And the funny thing is, I've not ever really had issues with fat PS2s. I've been, every time I've had that, it's been fine. So not really like I don't have the same view of them as Nick does, but Nick obviously dealt with a lot more of them with the gaming shop.
Yeah.
But in my limited experience with them, I've not had much issue. Alrighty then. George Ross is in there as well. Chrissy, Sir Thrifts a lot. Joan Glenn, Niall Gulliver as well. Question 1: where is the low CR8 gone? The babe.
Yeah.
You can tell them if you want. Yeah.
Well, we had someone buy it.
Yeah.
But then when it come to they were in the US when wasn't it?
Yeah, they were in the US.
So when they came to shipping, rather than asking us what the price would be, they bought it and then did the whole what's the price going to be.
They didn't even do what's the price.
Well, you had to send an invoice, didn't you?
They were quite a new eBayer, so it's what I expected was going to happen. I sent them the invoice with like the £100 and something shipping cost,
and we haven't heard it back from them. So we opened up a case.
So we're waiting.
So we're just waiting for it to close so that we can relist it.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Yeah, it did sell, but
it's going to be back it's going to be back up for sale. Yeah. At some point
soon, hopefully. When did we do the case? Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, so it's gonna it's got about 3 probably days left at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. So But yeah, that one's back up. Nick says you're lucky. Those things are aggro.
I think Niall's complaining about the way you say his name.
Niall Gulliver. No. Oh, you know what? That's true. No, I'm so sorry. I always say Gulliver, don't I? I always do it. Oh gosh, it's a bad habit. Bad habit. Sorry. I do apologise. It's Guyver. Is it Niall Guyver? Or is it Giver? I don't know, but it's dear. Guyver. So I do apologise.
You fall into that every time.
I know. Every time I say my sincerest apologies. Yeah, I should have known by now. I've seen that name in the chat often enough.
Yeah.
I always.
And you've always got it wrong as well.
Yeah, always put Gulliver into it.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, right, guys. Question: has Ryan tried any more lowball offers at 5 a.m?
We've actually taken best offer off of that listing. Well, we did. So we just priced it to sell. Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, I think I've been unlucky like that. I've learnt my lesson. My lesson. I'm not going to leave it at Niall. Okay. Niall says
Guyver.
Yeah.
Okay. Niall Guyver. Apologies, Niall.
Okay, right. The sound is a little low.
Okay,
move
it closer. Move it closer. Yeah, move it. Move it right in. There you go. Sound is fine here, says Joan. Okay. Right. Yeah, you might need to move a bit closer to the mic because I'm already here.
I moved away from you because it was like you were elbowing me in the side, and I was just
I
like,
wasn't elbowing you in the side.
I'm gonna have to sit.
My voice travels farther than yours, so I can sit further away from the mic.
Oh, we're losing something.
Don't worry, that's just the volume.
Okay.
That's volume for the people. We don't need it. We don't need. It's all good. It's all good.
As long as we're not losing something
we're getting settled in. We're only 6 minutes in.
Right. So
we're going to talk about a few things. Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to everyone in the chat. We've had such a fantastic response to our previous video, which was basically me sharing how we're doing versus last year, which was fantastic. And I've got to say, like, the response, I mean, I was a little bit concerned putting that video out because I really didn't want it to come across wrong. I didn't want it to come across as like, hey guys, yeah, I used to do badly. Now look, because we're nowhere near where we want to be yet. We're still, we're not consistent. Those figures aren't going to happen all the time. But it was a really nice snapshot of how far we've come versus the last year. And I think a really important point about sales is, you know what, it's great to take inspiration, and I loved reading so many comments saying how inspired people were by seeing the sales, but it's so important that in the end you should only compare yourself to yourself, because everyone's situation is different. By all means, take inspiration from what other people are doing. We take inspiration from other people. We're always looking at other people, and we're inspired by other people as well. So that's what we really. But
we always try and put it into context and just back to where we were a year ago, or even if it's like
Ryan
last
says it's a clickbait title. Thing is, it's gotten even better since then, Ryan. So we're gonna do a quick share of our sales like we normally do on eBay.
We should have got our
I'll get it sorted out.
Screens all sorted.
Karen says you look like you've been lost in the woods. I think I'm pushing it a little bit with the hair and the beard now.
Oh, Becca Mills has popped into the chat as well. So hello.
Hi
she
there.
does say she can't stay long, so hi.
Okay, hi there. Clickbait title. Yeah.
Southwest Sellers.
Well, Z's original vlog was titled No. Yeah. No,
it wasn't.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Oh dear.
But
okay.
Z can afford supercuts now, boys. Is that great comment there from Alia. Thank you for that comment, Alia. Yes, we can get a supercut. You've been watching Raking Profits, Tiles is right. You know what? I was really just careful because I didn't want it to come across wrong, and I'm so glad that the response was better than we normally get on our videos.
Yeah. And we do get nervous about what type of things that we do put out when it comes to YouTube, you know, we don't want to seem like it's, you know.
Yeah. Because we're just, you know, we always want to, I think it's important for us to constantly say this on our channel as well, in case we ever get new people joining as well. It's that we're sharing our journey, and that means there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs.
We will pretty much share everything, and you know, it's going to be, sometimes it's going to be good, sometimes it's going to be bad.
So things are decent at the moment, but they could get worse. It's just, it was such a nice snapshot looking at the previous year, because I think by long way this time last year was our toughest time doing this, wasn't it? Like, you know, because, you know, we just moved, we, you know, etc. We don't want to go through it all over again, but if you haven't seen it, obviously check it out. But, you know, most of you guys, I'm sure, have seen it, who are in the chat, and the response, guys, honestly, it was epic. In terms of clickbait titles, I should have waited, really, because our sales, touchwood, are still doing decently. So I'm just gonna do a screenshot now.
I think Jay and Callum have come into the chat.
Oh, hi Jay and Callum,
so
and Mr. Diggs Deals, Sunny Verma as well.
So hello.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. Anne Isaac, if I haven't mentioned. Adam 3D. Never justify your rewards. Your hard work is well earned, says Adam. Thank you. We still have, like we said, you know, because everyone's needs are different in terms of their costs, etc. You know,
and we're still pushing forward. We're still setting ourselves bigger goals, because we're not where we want to be. And we've said that. On many occasions,
and the other thing as well, guys, is consistency is the real thing, isn't it? Consistency. If you can consistently bring out you know, a good range of figures, then that's the key. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of a graph. It's graph time, Southwest Sellers. It is graph time, and in a way I should have waited, because touchwood, the sales have been even better compared to before.
And I like what Nick's just put in there. Growing a business is a marathon, not a sprint. And that is so true.
Very true.
You know,
very
absolutely.
True. Okay. And you guys have shared the reality of self-employment, the downs as well as the ups. Nobody could accuse you of blowing your own trumpet. Thanks, Nick. And there's a question from Claire and Leah. If you were buying a new job gift for Beck, what would it be? I am struggling here. A new job gift for Beck. What would it be? That's a difficult one.
That's a difficult one.
I know that sounds really lame, but like, maybe like a really nice new pen. I don't know. I was thinking.
You really surprised me sometimes.
No, like, because you'd use a pen at work. So you could get like a really nice pen.
Yeah, but what if it's like all computer based?
You still need a pen, right? Like to chew on or something. If not,
yeah, maybe.
Or what about a nice pair of shoes? Like, I don't know. Like,
I won't trust you buying shoes.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like a new job, so you'd want it to kind of tie in with.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not great at gifts. I'd say just buy some flowers.
You're so bad.
Get her a razor pen.
Oh dear. Anyway, should we show you the graph? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Yeah, Nick. I just want to quickly say, Nick and Andrew, epic 7-mile walk. I mean, we were really pleased. We did just over 6, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were on what, 6.1 or 6 or.
We did. I don't think it was even 6.1. I think it was just like
just over 6.
6 miles, like 6.01.
6.0 over 6 miles, guys. Over 6 miles.
6.01.
The thing is, right? I was tracking the app, the walk, and Rebecca was tracking the walk.
And then I was tracking on my Fitbit as well.
The Becca's Fitbit and my app were saying we were still in the 5.9 miles, and one app out of 3 said we'd done over 6.
Over 6.
So we've gone with the one that says over 6.
I agree with it though.
Yeah, we agree with it.
Anyway, but yeah.
Okay.
But Nick and Andrew done a fantastic walk, and their time was really, really good.
Their time was fantastic, also, definitely. All right, we're going to quickly do the screen share before we forget again. Pow, here we are. All right,
you might have to move us.
Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, guys, sales have been, really good. We cannot complain at the moment. everything is up, and you know, touch wood, they're doing really good. You know, we've done around this in 7 days before, but this is much more consistent. Just overall, I think overall it's a lot more consistent. And so we've had a really strong week, and you know, we cannot complain, and it's such a difference over last year. And if there's any inspiration to be taken from these sales, I would say it's not necessarily by the sales amount, but it's looking at that comparison, because as you can see, it's saying over the past 7 days we've taken 1978 in sales. So you know, that's like, you know, if I wanted to clickbait, I could do like over, you know, nearly $2,500 in 7 days or something. I don't know, but like just under two,
if you wanted to,
just under £2,000 like in sales over 7 days, which is honestly, guys, it's epic for us. But like I said, the thing to really take inspiration from would be that's 363% better than last year, which is just, for us, that's the big one, because we really did not have a great time this time last year. If you'd said that you'd be doing that in 7 days,
I mean, I think we've said this so much this past at least 2 or 3 weeks,
because
on the live chats,
it's like a bogey period.
I mean, both of us, when we hit January, in our heads we were just like, I'm not looking forward to February. And it was, you know, February was absolutely our worst month last year. So
it's really, you know, everything's up. So, you know, sales up 363%, transactions are up 126%. And our average selling price is up 105%. So it's, you know, we're really pleased. And Karen says, I look a bit lame getting excited about 8 parcels today. Not at all.
Absolutely
not at all, because it's, you know, guys, also remember, I mean, you know, we're being obviously honest with you, but we could have spent £1,800 to get those sales, right? It's just turnover. We haven't, but, you know, like, never just judge it on the flatness of it. You know, we're hoping that you guys have watched us for over a long enough period of time to know what we've picked up, to know what we sell. You know, our profit margins, etc., are solid. So, you know, we're pretty pleased. But that you know, don't ever be like that. So we're really pleased with how it's gone. We cannot complain at all about that. All right, there was a question here earlier I wanted to pick out, and I think I have now lost it. Alia came up with a better suggestion. She said perfume. I should have thought of that, actually. Yeah, perfume. And Adam said a slipper clutch. No. Right. So the reason I am here is down to Nick and Andrew Hills and Ben Fitzpatrick, and you guys are here, says Mr. Diggs Deals. Oh, that's lovely of you to say. Righty then. Ryan says if that had paid for the R8, it would be free. Yes, it would have been. Our eBay sales figures look really ridiculous.
We did have the same conversation.
Our eBay figures look really good.
Because it's still on there at the minute.
Because it's still showing on there, but it's not the case. So, you know,
we're happy overall.
We're very pleased.
And I think Reseller Mum has popped in as well.
Hi there, Reseller Mum. So right, let's just go back into the chat quickly and see what else, if any more questions or comments have come in. Right, I did see a question. I don't know. Oh, I can't find it now. Okay, I'll have to see if it comes up again or something. But there we go. Oh, Nick has shared the link. We keep on forgetting.
Excuse me. We keep forgetting.
Okay, I keep forgetting to add the. Why is it all my fault?
You can't sit there and say, you know.
Okay, all right.
We keep forgetting when you're the one that sets this up.
Yeah, okay, you know, fair enough. Yeah, okay. I need to remember to put the link in the chat. I will do that.
Yeah, and just thank you to everyone that's donated so far, because I think all of us are over our £100 totals, which we wanted to initially get for the moonwalk, because we have to raise a minimum of £100. So so we are really happy with that.
Risla Mum says, love the 12-month comparison. Well done. Thank you, Risla Mum.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really pleased with that. Sib asks, question, how forward-thinking are you being? Have you been looking to pick up other hauls, or are you waiting for something first? That ties in with our topic, actually, doesn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah, it kind of does, because the topic is, obviously, we're going to do a mini haul, but let's do this sourcing stock business to business first. One of the comments I had on the previous video was from Chris, like Tat on the Tyne, and he asked about like the sourcing situation, and you know how often we go to car boots and charity shops. Now, guys, we really don't have to go to car boots or charity shops at the moment. And the beauty of getting into the headspace of hauls, and especially hauls where you're dealing directly with another business, and it's really weird because we look at ourselves. I mean, look at me. Do I look like a business? Look at Beck. You know, do we look like a business right now? You look at us, honestly. You know, look, we're sat on YouTube, chatting away. You know, this is we're not like. We're not what you'd consider the traditional idea of a business, right?
Yeah.
We may technically be a business because we buy and sell for profit, but because we don't feel like a business necessarily. You know, we feel like we're just hustling, right? Don't we?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I think that can work against you, but the fact is, you've got to remember that's what you are. And when you do that and you go out and you get hauls dealing directly with other businesses, that's when things have changed for us. You know, that's when things really change, because suddenly, you know, Sib, you mentioned, like, are you looking to other hauls? The core thing is, we're now in a situation where with the haul that we've currently got, with the second haul, we're listing now, going through that, but I know I can go and get more stuff. Like, I know it. It's not an if. The stuff is there. It's available for me. And I've got dibs on it, as it were. You know, it's mine. You know, like, I just need to turn up with obviously some money. You know, that's what you need, really. That's all you need. As long as you've got a bit of cash, and we've used PayPal working capital the last couple of times. It's been so important to us, hasn't it? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then as long as you're willing to go, you know, and buy in bulk, and you find another business owner who's looking to offload, it's that whole dynamic, isn't it? You want to buy, they want to sell for whatever reason. They want to sell. They're either retiring, they're moving, they've decided to go on to a different business, whatever, or they've just had enough of it and they just want it gone. But when you're in that dynamic, it's so different, because you build relationships, so you build contacts, you know, so suddenly you now know of someone that you can go to get stock, and also they now know of someone that they can go to if they need to sell stock. You know, you don't get that when you go to a car boot or a charity shop. It's not likely that Doris down the local British Heart Foundation is going to remember you and call you when your favourite item comes in. It's possible because you can build rapport.
Yeah, because you can build a relationship.
But it's about scale, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other side of it, I've forgotten my point, actually.
No, go on.
No, I've forgotten. That's the problem. It's not about going on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Dealing for like business to business. You know, don't be afraid to be honest about why you're buying this stuff in bulk, because they want you to also make a profit on it. Yeah. You know, so, you know, knowing that you're reselling it, or, you know, they need to know that you're trying to make a profit out of it as well. And quite often that can help in getting a fairly decent deal out of it, particularly when you're buying in bulk.
Well, completely, yeah. I mean, the whole dynamic, you're right, is different, because there's none of that skirting around, trying to get, you know, like, you know, then they're not trying to understand why you're buying so much. They've got no hang-ups about it. I mean, you know, some of you will know when you go to auction, you know, it's a lot of it's dealers. The auctioneer knows it's dealers. The people putting the stuff in knows that it's going to be sold to dealers. So the it's already on the table that people are buying the stuff to resell. Whereas when you go to a charity shop, or when you go to a car boot, sometimes you can come across someone that wants the item to go to a good home, or whatever that is. I don't like doing that. A good home, but I just did it. And you know,
I was wondering why you were doing it as well. Anyway,
it just was right, and but the thing is, you come across these unnecessary obstacles, and also, for example, you know, this week, you know, every week, obviously, you know, people come across examples of stock being overpriced in charity shops, and people asking for too much money for things, in charity shops, and that's because, you know, you guys, if you think about it, when you go to a charity shop or you go to a car boot, that's like the end of the line, right? So that's end of the line. So they want to get as much as they can for the item. So, you know, it's, you know, they're looking to sell to the end customer. You know, it's like if you go to an auction where it's not just trade, it's also normal people. So say, imagine a bundle of video games comes up. As a dealer, you'll know that you can go to a certain amount to be able to make a profit. However, if you're sat next to someone that just wants the video games, automatically they can go higher. I mean, it's just like when I was talking about the jeans. I bought a pair of jeans from a charity shop, and they cost me like a $5 or a $10, I can't remember. But it wouldn't have been a buy that I could have made to resell. But because they were for me, it suddenly takes on a whole new value, and suddenly a $10 for a pair of jeans, like new jeans, you know, good brand or whatever, it's worth it. Because you know you're going to get the wear out of them. So those are things that have really helped us, and that's the kind of thing that.
But I don't think that really answered Sipke's question. So Sipke was asking, are we looking out for other hauls?
Well, we've got something lined up. The reason why I think it did answer the question is
I don't think it did.
Well, the reason why I think
I like to get to the point.
You like to get to the point. Rambletron Prime, right?
I don't think it did answer the question.
I think it did, because I've just said, we've got a haul lined up if we need it, haven't we?
Well, kind of. Yeah, I might have zoned out when you said that bit.
There we go. So,
it happens.
Okay. Ryan says, question, explain the feeling you get with a good week doing your own thing in life. I can't explain it to people. Maybe you can, lol. You enjoy it, but I suppose we're not enjoying it to its maximum, because right now we're just thinking, okay, how can we replicate that again? Because I think
I don't think we're necessarily
because we're not
enjoying it so much.
Well, I think we're happy with the progress.
We're happy where we are.
But immediately when you work for yourself,
then you're sitting about
that's fine.
There thinking about next week. And can you do the same next week?
Because guess what? If we sell nothing next week, then this week becomes just like
because over the month, if it just evens
if we sold nothing for the rest of the month,
if it just evens itself out and we're back where we normally are, then it's kind of like, well, you know,
like if we had now 3 weeks of no sales, that wouldn't be a good month. So I think that's something that everyone that's self-employed will appreciate, I think. Andrea's in the chat as well. I just saw Andrea comment. So hi, Andrea. Right, okay. Let's just pop down and see how the chat's going. I think we've probably who had 27 minutes for start of first domestic, says Adam. it wasn't a domestic.
It wasn't. It was alright. It was alright.
Thailand Heron says, can you do some more hand signs? No, I don't want to do any more hand signs. Questions, do the jeans get the sniff test? They were like new. Margaret's popped in. Hi Margaret,
hello,
how
Margaret.
are you? Thank you for popping in. The audio is out, so I hear nothing they are saying. I'm sure it's really good. I'm sure it's really good.
Just make it up in your head. Make it sound good.
Andrea says it's okay, Beck. We all zoned out. Rambletron Beck's form.
Oh dear.
Zaheer, you'll need to screen share the donation, please. Oh yeah. We can do that. We can do that. We'll do that. Good point. Really should be. You're only as good as your last sale, says Adam 3D. Very true. I can do it. I've got the mouse.
It's alright, you don't need to log in.
Yeah, I like logging in. Alright, now what do I do?
You can just get there without logging in though.
Can I?
You don't have to do that.
Oh, visit team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there seems to have been some movement on the old. We'll quickly share the browser, and we'll get rid of ourselves. There we go. Yes, you can see that at the moment Andrea is in the lead with £132 of donations. Beck has jumped into second place with 124. I'm in 115 in third, and Nick is on 110. And in total, we have raised. Where's the total there? Does it say it there? £483 so far, guys.
Fantastic. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, that is so epic. That really is epic. So we'll keep track on that. That's epic. Oh, there you go. Problem Solved's question was, what are your ambitions for your business? How far do you think you can take it? It's hard to have a set plan, but what we do realize is
we have a rough plan of where we want to be. We've actually started doing Monday morning meetings, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which sounds really bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should thank Sarah Guest for donating.
It was Sarah.
Oh my god, she actually donated. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. My apologies, I'm being so lame today. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, talking about where we want to take the business, it's really, like you said, we have meetings. Yeah. Well, we've only just started it. We only started it this week. Yeah. So on Monday mornings, we sit down and we map out a plan for what we want to get done this week. Yeah. And I think it went well this week, although we didn't kind of hit all of our goals. Well, we're gonna we're a little bit done ambitious. Pretty well. Yeah, we've done pretty well, but there's still things that we haven't done. Yeah. And the idea is that we're gonna sit down on a Monday. Andrew says, "Ooh, fancy, you'll have a boardroom sit." Yeah, we do it on the dining table. We sit opposite each other. Yeah, we have our coffee. Yeah. And you have our little book out. Little notepads. And what we're gonna do is, what's gonna be interesting this Monday is to see what we've done out of what we said we'd do, and we're gonna kind of be like, oh, so you were meant to do this. Yeah. I know for sure that I've missed probably, I'd say probably about half of my list. I haven't done. Well, the idea is that we're going to try to keep each other accountable. I think it's about half, but then I could cram at the weekend and get on top of it. So you never know. The idea is at least we're kind of pointing it out, and the idea is for that just to keep us going, keep us motivated. But in terms of taking the business, eBay is a great business. But you've got to be really careful with it as well. And the reason why I say you've got to be careful with it is because we just sold a clutch bell. There you go. That's cool. Sold a clutch bell. You need to sell clutch bells. Becca Mills has got to go, so okay, bye Becca. Yeah. I think the reason why you've got to be careful with eBay as well is you've got to keep it under control to a certain limit. It can easily become more demanding than you want it to. It can become more time consuming than you want it to be, and it can overtake your life. And then if it's taking up too much of your time, then you have to see, is it worth the money you're making, right? Yeah. If you're making $1,000 a week or $2,000 a week, that's great, but if you're doing 200 hours or something, is it worth it? And also, is there anything else you could be doing in that time to make money? So for example, we know for a fact we could instantly boost our income by doing more FBA. Instantly we could boost it.
But we still kind of skirt around doing that, don't we? So,
but it's not just FBA; it's other things as well.
Yeah.
You there's so many things you can get into.
But I think that's the whole point of the meetings. We're trying to put ourselves on track to where we want to be. So it's fine having like these ideas of where we want to take the business and where we want to go. But if it's just in our head and not actually being pushed any further than just when we go out for a walk, we go, oh yeah, we should do this and we should do that, and not going any further than that, then that's where we kind of have a bit of an issue. But
Ryan says, question, can you share your first and second year turnover with us? I'm just nosy, lol. I think we share enough, Ryan. Alia says it should be Friday night and Monday morning. Is this a new slot on the schedule? And Adam says, I tried a meeting with my wife. It starts with what I've done wrong over the weekend and what I'm going to do wrong for the rest of the week. Love to be in a fly in the wall for that meeting. Live stream the meeting.
You never know, we might. Give us a few weeks, we might get to
once
that.
We've got, because it depends. Because I think
if we're just going to be sitting there and just going,
so
what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. No, neither am I.
Oh, okay, let's go. It could be lame.
Let's see how it goes first.
Okay, sounds like you could send Zaheer out as a business coach to help business. Zaheer and Nick, an idea for a video, a montage of funny moments from your past YouTube videos in megapixel. That would be quite cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Joan says, I keep a daily business diary so I can see I have done or not done stuff. Started in January, it's really helped. I think keeping each other accountable is so...
I think that's the thing. And I kind of felt that, even if I had a list for myself, it was... it's going to sound really bad, but I'm going to say it anyway. But it was about, like, Zaheer also having a list, because... in a way, we were always doing... It's not bad to be doing different things, but when you're doing different things constantly, when we're trying to work on a business together, it was like we were pulling, in different directions. So in a way, it's kind of a way.
So you control me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's aligning what we're doing.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Yeah, you're not.
I'd like it to sound like that, but it is a bit of a control thing.
It's not control. I think you're being a bit funny. I think it's important, because that's a very good point. When there's two of you, and you've got free reign, because no one's telling anyone what to do, right? Beck doesn't come up to me and tell me what to do, and I certainly don't tell Beck what to do, right? No. And you can waste a lot of time. I think that's what we were finding, that we weren't really working a lot. I
mean, I think I'm not sure I want to say how many hours we were doing in a day, but previously, a few weeks ago, I was adding up how many working hours we were actually physically doing. And that was just myself doing a bit of listing, and then taking into account what you were doing with the photographs, like how long it took you to do the photographs, and obviously post took up quite a big chunk of the day, not like loads, but particularly on certain days, like on a Monday, it would take a bit longer, but and I was just so shocked at how, it sounds really bad, but how little hours we were putting in. Exactly. And that's how this come about, because I was like, for full-time resellers and full-time people that are working from home and want their business to be working from home, we are not putting in enough hours.
Power Reselling says there's a million ways to make £1 million. I hope we can find at least one. One, that would be good.
That would.
We're getting some questions about the meeting. Some good ones here. Who chairs the meeting? Asked Happy Chap. Do you take minutes? Do you review last week's
Do you know what? We each have a little notebook that we write in. And the thing is, I was sitting there writing,
she was writing down stuff that I was meant to be doing as well.
So that I know what you said you were going to do.
So you can pull me up on it.
So I can pull you up on it. And he was like, I'm only writing my bits. And I was like, it's all right. I used to take the minutes at meetings anyway, so I can write quick.
Brian says, do you have a whiteboard? No, we don't have a whiteboard. No, we don't have a whiteboard. Indie Chick says, I need to take my business more seriously. I'm still in the rainbow and dancing unicorn phase after packing in my job. I think that's a really good point, Indie Chick.
I think that's it, though, isn't it? Because there is always
even now, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to feel like, we're we are a legit business.
But why don't you take this seriously?
I do.
You're just
Why
smiling
me?
all the time.
What like why? What about you? You're.
Oh,
How
okay.
seriously do you take it?
Mega
Playing
seriously.
Candy Crush. All she does is she warms her ass on the radiator and plays Candy Crush, right? She's kneeling on the. That's what she does, right? There you go. That's the facts. There you go.
I can't believe you
exposed
just said that.
Exposed you.
And now I've started watching Tom stream games.
Yeah, and now she started watching Tom stream games. By the way, guys, just if Tom streams games, she's watching him play
I'm there,
Fallout.
whether it's Twitch or YouTube.
Oh gosh. Problem Soul says, I have noticed that when I write, I plan, it seems more achievable.
Absolutely.
And not just a dream. Yeah, completely.
Absolutely. And that's where I want to kind of get to, is like, it's not just an idea in like either my head or your head, is that we're actually pushing forward to where we want to be.
Showing sacks there. What's going on in the chat?
No, Ryan's actually saying Sakazi.
Oh, Saka. Yeah, yeah. Margaret is saying, love a bit of Candy Crush. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know what though? She's the worst Candy Crush customer of all time, right? She's played this game on and off for years, on and off. Like,
Yeah.
but recently I've noticed.
I've only just. Do you
recently
know
I've
what? To be
noticed-
fair, it wasn't actually in my last phone, Candy Crush. I didn't ever put it back on.
But since you got your new phone, you installed it.
I installed
Yeah.
it, and I've
you've
started playing it again.
But the funny thing is with her, she's never spent a penny on it, so it makes her like the worst Candy Crush customer. And I imagine
not
people at
spending money
Candy
on a
Crush are
game.
probably having board meetings about
Oh yeah.
why you're not spending any money, because you play a lot, but she just waits for the
I'm
lives
just
or
waiting
whatever.
for the lives to come
Yeah.
back.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Anyway.
Jason says Tom's stream was good.
Oh yeah, it was. I really love Fallout, so that's what I really love watching.
Yeah. I think anything you don't do, cross out hour of Street Fighter, and the other person gets to nominate what they do next. Okay, don't give them money, and it encourages them, says Happy Chap. Yeah. Oh, Margaret doesn't spend a dime on it either. There you go. You're in good company.
I think there's more people that just don't.
Yeah. Hearthstone needs players on Battle.net. Oh, I'd love to play Hearthstone, but it looks too complicated. I watched Kriparian play it, and he's like really good at it. She played it for years, but can you do Akuma's Raging Demon, though, Z? Of course I can do Raging Demon. Okay. Right. I like Global Voodoo's incentive of not shaving till he's listed 500 records. Whatever works, works. Okay.
I wonder what you go for then.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. The Hilsman says divorce. Bex, what's your number? Oh, look at this. Reset the time on your phone and you get your lives back, Bex.
No way.
Oh, power reselling. You've just, like, that's like mind blowing. Are you going to do that?
I don't know. I don't mind waiting, to be quite
Hearthstone
honest.
I know Hearthstone's 3-day rolling, but it's like people that play it will just destroy. Okay.
Right, okay, back on topic, shall we?
Back on topic. We've got, part of the title is Mini Haul.
Yeah, mini haul.
So, let's do this. All right.
Are you starting or I'm starting?
I did start. We wanted to do a little haul with you guys. I did start, like, we don't need to go charity shops or car boots, guys, right? Let's put that out there. The only reason we're going, really, is because we gets us out of the house. You know, you sometimes need a break from doing what you're doing. And also, some of you know, I might be on, I've not heard anything yet, but on Bonafide Hustler's channel in the US, he does this show called Thrift Battle. And I think I'm meant to be against Rally Roots. I don't know when the date is or anything. I don't know when, like, it's happening, but it's meant to be happening. And I thought I'd better go out and start maybe getting back into a bit of sourcing and see if I can find a few gems, because I can't just go on the show and be like, I got this RC car, I got this RC car, you know. So, you know, it's one of those things. Right, so let's have a look at some items that we picked up. Should I start on this side?
Yeah, you start.
Okay, it's actually, we went to some charity shops, and it was very Margaret says, oh yes, it's hard to find stuff sometimes. I do agree. Okay, here we go. This is my first pickup. You can tell me how bad it is or anything. it's a bit of like it's like a green raincoat thing, but it was by a brand called Keela, which is made in Scotland. So and it also had some kind of technical Keela Tech's Innovation 7 tag, which made it sound technical. And sometimes I think jackets like that can be worth money. And it says it was £6.
Yeah.
So I can hardly hear you both. It's because we've moved far away from the mic.
Back,
yeah, we need to get 2 mics with this thing. They'll be super clear. Okay. All right. So this is Keela. I'll move this up here. Move it nearer us. Yeah. Okay. Move it nearer. I think I like to move it.
I just...
Yeah, you share it. Okay. Yeah. Sazguest says love the hall.
So Keela. I don't know if that's showing. There you go.
Oh god.
I think I'm making it a bit blurry.
Okay. Keela. So I don't know if any of you have heard that.
It's a small size.
Yeah.
It's made in Scotland.
Yeah. So we're hoping that will be a good one. We're hoping. So we've had a look online as well. What we'll do is we see whether we can show you guys some listings as well. Men's. We'll have a look. Bit flop.
Power reselling. The curtain keep moving. It's Alfie.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Having a look at it, I don't think it's the best purchase, to be honest. We're looking from. Well, I paid £6 for it. I mean, some people have gotten. Well, they've done them at auctions.
Thing is, it's a small size. I mean, we might try it.
Size S has done okay. £15. That was for a lady. Size M. Let me have a look and see if I can find one. That's a size M as well. Size small. Yeah, so that's a bit of a meh. But these are done by auction, or really we want buy it now. Keela light rhymes with feeler. Well, they can be quite good. I mean, I don't think I've done particularly well on that one, so that was a bit of a fail. I'll keep that as like a bit of a meh.
Yeah, I mean, the prices seem to range between 15 and 25 is the top I think I've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next item. What do you want to show?
Should we show this one as well?
Yeah. Oh, this
You're
is.
Gonna,
yeah.
This one's a bit heavy.
Yeah. This is one of my favourite pickups. This I'm really excited about. This was actually something I wanted to show in the thrift battle if we do it. This is a genuine sheepskin coat, which is really cool. It was only £10, and the brand is it's Oakleaf. Genuine sheepskin, individually hand tailored by Oakleaf, made in England. And it's a size 44. We paid £10 for that. So yeah, it is a bit of a Del Boy Arthur Daly coat, isn't it?
I'll show you like
Oakleaf.
The front, if I can.
Sheepskin coat.
So big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I just?
Yeah, you can stand up. Yeah, so it's a men's. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like.
And that was only a tenner, and there's one which sold, which is pretty much exactly like it, which we can show you here, that sold for £110. That's a sold price. So ours is a 44, so hopefully a better. Yeah, and it's got leather buttons on it as well. It's got leather, got nice leather buttons. So it got £110. So we're really happy for a tenner.
Yeah.
That's one of the finds I was really happy with. Indie Chick says I sold a similar one for 80, but that was a ladies. Men's go for more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Alfie. Stand up X, make a nice wrap for the RC car. So yeah, that we're really pleased with that one. That was
we're staying with the coats, so we've got another coat.
Yeah. Alf. No. Because the clothes.
Coat.
Yeah.
Have I got the label or have you got the label?
I've got the label. I'll get the label.
Right, you show the label.
This is a Cloth by Crombie coat. Pure new wool coat. And we paid I think it was 10 for this as well.
I think it was 10
for that as well.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
I'm not sure on this one.
This one's got a bit of
Bobbling,
on
yeah.
the arm, so I'm probably going to have to try and sort that out.
We should have been a little bit more organised when we did this, but cloth by Crombie coats tend to be. If we show you quickly on the browser, you can see if you just type in cloth by Crombie, people tend to ask £50 for them. So if we can get around £50, we should be pretty happy, considering we paid like a tenner for that as well. So it's a couple of nice coats. Crombie coat, great, says Claire Riley. So yeah, we're really pleased with that. I really love my sheepskin one though. That was like that was my favourite pickup, the sheepskin one. All right, next, do you wanna show some stuff?
I have been showing stuff. What are you talking about?
You show some stuff as well. Oh.
Wait, that you've already put on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of my favourites. This is one of my favourites. Yeah, I almost want to keep this. This is so freaking cool. Check this out, guys. Check out this. You hold it as well. Check that out. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah.
So
that is a vintage Kickers scarf.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to value it just yet, because I've not seen one that's exactly like it. So I'm gonna probably just price it high and leave it at that. But yeah, it's difficult to see. Oh yeah, we didn't show them. We were in a small picture, weren't we? Show them again. Yeah. Show them again. Show them again. Yeah.
Didn't realise we were in the small.
We were in the small picture. There you go.
There we go.
Super cool. Look at that.
There you go.
This is vintage, proper vintage, old school logo.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
And the tag is really vintage as well, like old school tag. It's an 80% acrylic, 20% wool blend Kickers logo. Yeah, really happy. Made in the UK as well. Made in the UK, so you know it's vintage. So I need to really get an idea of what to charge for that, because when I look online I can't actually find a completed listing for it. So if anyone's got any opinions in the chat about what we could ask for it, because when I type in Kickers vintage scarf, it really not helping. They do make Kickers, Adam, but that's like vintage old school. I think that they do still make Kickers, but that logo is really cool as well. So we only paid 50 pence for that, so we were pretty happy. Okay, next item. Yeah.
There we go. I'll let you do that one.
Okay.
As well.
This was a little pickup again for 50p. This is a 50th anniversary Daytona Bike Week cap with like a mesh cap. These aren't worth a huge amount of money, but they are decent enough. Let me have a look. 50th anniversary. Was it Daytona Bike cap? There we go. Yeah, I don't think they'll be worth a huge amount of money, those. But it was like 50p, and I like buying caps, to be honest. It might have £5 to £10 or something. I don't know. £18 for the scarf in winter. Appreciate that. Okay. See what pod items are going for. Same era, says Claire King. Okay. I will check that out, actually, Claire. Thank you. On Nothing But Instinct, I'd go for 40 on the scarf, says Anne. Wow. Daisy May says I'd go 25. Okay. I remember Kickers being banned in school, says Happy Chap. Yeah, so that cap probably about a tenner, I would imagine. Nothing more than that. We've got a couple more items to show. Is that the next item?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You show this. Rebecca's going to be super proud of this. Right.
No, well, I'm pretty happy with it. So
I'll show you.
There you go. You show.
Okay, we'll show.
So this is actually the bottom part of the skirt of the dress. Sorry, is silk. Oh, you look so stunning. It's a really long dress, and it's got like a little
bit of leg there. Did you see?
Yeah, I did. You were attempting to.
Yeah.
It's actually Laura Ashley.
You can just a vintage Laura Ashley, isn't it?
Original tag on it. I paid £12. The original tag was obviously in sale because they've written the sale price on it. So I'm deciding whether to try and.
Yeah, I mean that tag is really old school. So yeah, I mean the label looks quite old as well. I don't know if that's an old label or not, but it kind of looks it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but how much was it? 10?
No, 12.
But the original price was like 150 or something.
I mean, whoever bought it in the sale because it went from 75 down to 30.
It's been marked down to 30 odd pounds.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna ask for it, and it depends whether I decide to kind of keep the tag on or not.
Yeah.
But
and finally.
Yeah, finally, this might not actually get sold.
Well, we don't know whether we're going to sell this or not.
But yeah, I picked this up. Well, we both did. We both saw it and thought it was really cool.
We paid £2.50 for that.
Yeah, and if you look at the bottom,
it's by Josie Furman.
Yeah.
Josie Furman. Yeah.
But it might actually stay with me.
Beck might keep that. Yeah.
So I mean, that one I'm not.
We thought that looks pretty cool. I don't think there's a great deal of value in it. Maybe £10-15. But I don't know. It was prom dress specs, says Joan. Ask for money, says Sib K. What? Z, will you wear the dress for the charity walk, says Adam. Nope. Go on, Z, wherever you want. No, I'll soon be fitting into that one, Z, says Joan. I don't know. We had a Grand Mac today. Yeah. Feeling a bit stuffed, so.
That's not going to help, is it?
No. Sell it. Do you need more stuff in the house, says Sib?
Yes.
She wants stuff. She wants stuff that's not arsey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that it was an okay bunch of finds, nothing spectacular, but that brings me around to the title again of the chat. If we were reliant on charity shops and car boots, we said this because when we went out, looking for this stuff, right? We got most of this in the first few charity shops, didn't we? And we got what are you doing? Okay. We went and got most of this stuff from the first few charity shops, and then we spent the rest of the day going out. We spent the rest of the day going out and not finding anything.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Well, we found most of it in the first couple. I was listening.
Yeah, but
I was just dealing with.
That's all right. Ignore that. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we've got Corin on the case.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I know.
The whole point of
I know. It's just I saw it.
Yeah, but then you lean across me. It's so annoying. Okay, it's so annoying. Yeah. Okay. Right. So as I was saying, we found most of this stuff in the beginning of our going out and sourcing, and then we spent the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. We went to so many shops and we didn't find anything.
No, I mean, and the thing is, most of these were actually local to us. Yeah. And so most of these were actually local to us. So we actually ended up traveling it into St Anne's, and so it was very. It almost felt like we shouldn't have gone. It did. Because we drove quite a while. It takes a lot of time out of your day, and then you don't find anything. And if we were reliant on the charity shops and the car boots, we'd be. And this is the fact, guys. This time last year, we were heavily reliant on them, and it caused a lot of stress. And now that we don't have to, it's okay. So it's that moment someone else touches your mouse. Sacked on the... Do you know what, Ryan? Yeah, he won't let me touch his mouse. I'm not sure I should have actually said that way, but he won't. I treasure pirate Heather is fine. Just creating suffering. Remember, you two are alive. Cool. So anyway, guys. That is the
that is like the haul. So it wasn't a big haul.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great deal, to be honest,
Yeah.
to share. But we want to get into the hang of it. But honestly, guys, when you're out there, always look for different ways of sourcing. However else you can, just diversify. Just like we talk about diversifying on the platforms you sell on, diversify how you find the stock as well. So just something to bear in mind. Z, has anyone noted items that sell well and then created a website to promote these items further? I'm not sure, Simon.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is what we are. Let's have a look. That's Peter Ray. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. You just added him as a mod. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's
cool.
always in.
But you've leaned across again.
What?
And,
I was just,
do it on your own channel and lean across your mouse.
I don't do live in my own channel.
Just But okay. Questions. Let's have a look at a few questions and we'll call it day because we're nearly at 8 o'clock.
We'll try and sort it out.
Yeah. Might as well wind this up, says Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to
add a few mods, guys. Yeah, we've added a few.
Yeah, we have. We've just added Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Ray,
apologies for the chat going a bit haywire.
Yeah.
We've added a few of you guys' mods.
We don't know whether this will actually appear in the replay.
I don't know if it
never
will.
actually seen it. I don't think it will.
Yeah.
I think YouTube would actually probably block it. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, do you want to see if we've got any questions?
Naughty Bex, which is
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not allowed to touch his mouse.
It's just leaning across. Yeah. Okay, guys.
No, Corin, don't apologise.
Yeah. No, please, please don't apologise. Yeah, we really appreciate everyone that's a moderator in the chat as well. We really do appreciate it. It's a thankless task in a way, isn't it, to sit there in the chat blocking people, but we do appreciate it. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for popping in and saying hello. Really appreciate the comments, really appreciate the atmosphere. And we just really pleased to be able to share our Friday our Friday evening. Reseller Gaming, Tom's just popped in there.
Yeah, if you want to watch some gaming vids,
check out Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can click on his name or like the 3 dots.
Alia says he wants to add fuel to the fire of the Monday morning meet.
I don't think it needs any more fuel, does it?
Plug your own mouse in, Bex. That's a good idea, Dave.
Then I can be on this side. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing that next week. Then I've got control on the computer as well.
My mouse. Right. I'll see you guys later.
See you.